Hey you guys, it is me Laura and I am here to talk to you today about what I'm thinking about curriculum for next school year. We actually homeschool all year long, so where the year stops and starts and everything is up for debate. And I honestly hadn't been thinking about it really at all, but I talked to a friend who says, she's getting antsy and already trying to plan curriculum for next year, and I've seen a few videos of YouTube where people are like, yeah, we're thinking about next year and what we might do, and so I thought, well, maybe this would be a good chance for me to kind of evaluate and see what we're doing. And so I'm going to tell you kind of what our plans are, what we're changing, what we're keeping. I'll start with Samuel, and then I'll go to Timothy. So with Samuel for math, we are keeping things the same, not changing anything. We're primarily using math lessons for living education, and this is where I talk about it. And we also supplement that with I have a couple books that are filled with math games, and we use those. And I still have Mequon. We're not really using it at this point, but I plan to hang on to it because Timothy might like it, whatever. So we're not really using it, but I do still have it. And but I do use every once in a while Evan Moore, their daily word problems or their daily just math practice. Sometimes I will pull from those as a supplement, but that's pretty much what we're using, and it's working well. So when we're done with this book, we'll just get the next one and keep on going. The one thing that I would like to get for math is I would like to get a skills CD that we can kind of play music for the kids to kind of build their skills some in a fun way. They love songs, so that would be great. As far as I still plan to use the geography worksheets that we've been doing from Evan Moore, the daily geography practice. Samuel loves those. So I plan to keep those up. And I also I got a free book from Evan Moore, which is Draw and Then Write, and I'm probably going to, I don't know, around September, October-ish, August-ish, start incorporating those sheets into just see what Samuel thinks of them. If he doesn't like them, we won't include them, but basically it teaches you how to draw something simple like a caterpillar. And then there's various levels of worksheets, and if I recall correctly, on the most basic ones you just copy the word of what it is, but you can also use words from the word bank and build a sentence, or there's ones with longer writing where you just write your own little story about the caterpillar. But he's at the place where that would be really good for him, and he really is getting into art and taking time and really wanting to learn how to do things really well. So I'm going to try that and see how that works. And then the last section, this is, well, and of course we've got our history, which we're going through American history. We'll be doing that for a while. I don't see any changes there. I still like using the Magic School Bus kits as our basis for science, and pulling from science in the beginning where that's needed, though we're not using science in the beginning as much at this point. I also really like, for what we're doing with geography, will stay the same, Bible will stay the same. We're not really planning on changing any of that. So all of that is the same. The big one, the big hairy one that I've been struggling with has been reading. So what we're doing right now has been working. It's really kind of been something, we've been using the Scholastic Readers, which I will put a link here, and we've really just been doing a lot of sight words, but because Samuel's not really been ready to do the phonics with it yet, that just hasn't quite been there, like the blending and some of those things. He's getting closer to ready for that, I believe, but we're still struggling. All About Reading is the program that I currently have, and I've been kind of on the fence about it for a long time, but it's kind of been the best I could find. But I feel like it's just so laborious for him, and there's still some pieces that are missing. But on top of that, just the flashcards are not something, he does not like flashcards, and he doesn't even really like the letter tiles, and everything is about letter tiles and flashcards. He does enjoy the worksheets, but they're too difficult for him because he's had a hard time with the skills before. And so it has been a long time since we've done All About Reading, because last time I tried it, he definitely wasn't ready. But as I'm looking at it, I just don't feel like it really fits with the way that he learns. So I was debating on really just kind of trying it fresh, trying it again. But I don't know, maybe I should, but I just have this feeling in my gut that it's just not the right program for him. And I also considered with All About Reading, basically he's kind of between level 1 and the pre-reading level, and there's no like, I need a bridge to bridge those two together, because pre-reading, he knows all that. That's way easy, he's past that. It's like there's this jump between the two that he's not quite ready to make. So I found Logic of English, they have this foundations set, and I have fallen in love with it. Like, the first few lessons are about, like, they talk about, teaches you the sounds, the way you make the sounds, the way the letters are. There's a lot of games. It's more fun. It doesn't feel like, I feel like with All About Reading, you can break up the lessons, but it's very sit down, have a lesson, direct instruction, do the work, and that just doesn't work as well for him. I think there's definitely a time and a place for that, but that is just not, Samuel does not do well with direct instruction, which is totally okay. But I feel like this foundations, yeah, it does have some direct instruction. You've got to have some of that, but it's very much a game-based, play-based kind of learning, but it really, I feel like, will kind of hit the points of pain for him. So I'm going to start saving up for that, and I'm really excited. I think it's going to be a really good program. And I had planned on doing a reason for handwriting, but Foundations covers handwriting, so I don't need to do that as a separate subject. I can just include it in there. And I like too that they tell you over and over again to take the child's pace. So you don't have to feel like with Foundations that you have to do a whole lesson every day. Just do as much as, as makes sense for each child. Go at his pace. You can go faster, you can go slower. And I just think it's going to be a really, really good fit for us. I think All About Reading is a great program, but I don't think it's the right fit for us. But that's pretty much it with Samuel. I would also like to get Samuel a phonics CD, just like the math CD, so that we can listen to some of the rhyming and some of the things like that as well. And so that's pretty much it for him. And for Timothy, I'm going to keep things pretty much where they're at right now. Basically, he can do what he wants. I'm not making him do school, but he loves to do school with Samuel. So we'll continue doing the mathematical reasoning. He's in reasoning, the book Beginning A, and he's flying through that. And when he's done with that, we will do reasoning B and just keep going. And I also plan to get him a book from Evan Moore that's Phonics Skills A, and I think that'll be really good for him, and really kind of, he likes workbooks where like I do them with him, and that's set up really well that way. And he might do some of the foundation stuff with us with Samuel, and he's welcome to join us if he's ready for that. I had thought about doing the All About Reading pre-level with him because I really like the poems and the stories and the things that go along with it, and I think he would really like the craft activities. But I don't really feel like he's ready for it. I feel like it's a bit much for his age. Like, he would probably do it and do fine. But also, when I'm looking at Foundations, the way that things are taught and the way that the skills are developed, I just really like it better with Foundations, so who knows. But at this point, I'm not doing anything directly with him. It's just kind of overflow, whatever he learns from what his brother's doing. I do plan on getting him a few Kuman books, the book of tracing, first book of tracing and first book of cutting. I'm not sure about that, but basically he needs some work that he can do when I'm having to work directly with Samuel. They both want me working with them both all the time, constantly, so I need a few things that Samuel can do by himself while I'm working with Timothy, and Timothy can do by himself while I'm working with Samuel. So I'll probably get a few Kuman books for that, and I will also continue to use the Usborne sticker books and the Dover sticker books, and who knows, maybe some other great sticker books that I find. But I think that is pretty much it. So for Timothy, he's joining us in history and science and geography and Bible, and keeping that the same. I'm still kind of keeping his days set up so that we do like a phonics activity that's geared toward him on one day in the morning, and games on the next, and art, and really trying to give him that spread there. And then as much as he wants to, he can do workbooks that I have ready for him. And Samuel will do our subject-based learning, like history and stuff, in the afternoon. And then in the morning, I think probably we will up it. Right now he does 2 activities a day, so like, and each thing kind of depends, and I think I'm going to up it to 3, but not yet, that'll be in a bit. But he'll have his math and his foundations and his geography, and then the writing prompt if we do that, and that'll probably be about it. But I think that will be about right. So yeah, I'm excited. I'd love to hear from you guys. What are you changing? What are you adding? What are you taking away? I think for me, the biggest thing is that I still want to keep things really laid back. I don't want to push too hard. I probably would wait longer to even do reading, but Samuel wants to read so badly. He gets frustrated that Arlen and I cannot read to him all day, and he will take books and try and figure out the words on his own, and I wouldn't say frustrated is the right word, because he's not really upset, but he wants to read so badly. So I'm really excited that hopefully this program will help me give him the tools that he needs to actually take off and be able to do that. He just loves stories, so kid is about stories. So anyway, that's pretty much it for me. Like I said, I'd love to hear from you guys. I want to know what your plans are for next year, and I hope that you guys are having a great day. I'll talk to you later. Bye.